nighty, everyone. It is very late in Finland, and I should be Betty Bye. But I've just had my total and absolute fill of Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey. And connected with this picture material from Macedonian border, the border of Greece and Macedonia, this absolutely devastating pictorial of the abominable conditions where again the refugees are suffering. I have to say, I have to give out my opinion. I'm tired and bored, but I have to give my opinion that the EU is simply once again, not working and not doing what it should. Probably the leading Finnish newspaper quite clearly says that the absolutely unacceptable attack and takeover of the last independent newspaper in Turkey, that the timing probably was not an accident. I agree that our Donald Tusk, the leader of the European Commission, was there, was visiting Turkey when this dictatorial atrocity was committed, and the European Expansion Commissar Johannes Hahn says, from Europe, the leader of the European Commission is visiting the country, and this thing happens, and Johannes Hahn then from I don't know where he is at the moment, Brussels, sends a message that this really isn't okay, but nothing is done anymore. All right. So this is exactly what should be done, and it is very important. I am not speaking against Turkey or the Turkish people. We rest of Europe should be Europa Universalis. We, the rest of Europe, should be as good and kind and welcoming to the Turkish people as to anyone. So I'm not saying that we should not have anything to do with Turkey, but we should have absolutely nothing to do with Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Now they tell, they say that what they're negotiating, or what the meetings between EU and Turkey are all about are the enormous amount of money that the European Union is giving Turkey, and about visa, removing visa restrictions between EU and Turkey. That sounds cool. That's, for example, something that we indeed should do, something that helps the Turkish people. But when it comes to, for example, all these billions that are given to the Erdogan government to build more golden palaces, that should go to somewhere else. You understand? Nothing to do with Erdogan. Everything that we can that we can do for Turkey and the Turkish people, right? We work with the Turkish people, and we ignore Mr. Erdogan completely. And I'm not going to call him president. He's a dickhead. Let's take this. What was the first part? Are they talking about 3 billion or something that the EU is quite, you could almost say that's slush money, so that Turkey would hold back the refugees, the tide of refugees, while most likely helping terrorism. And again, if I understood correctly, the US while Mr. Erdogan becomes more and more of a dictator, the US sells Turkey more and more guns. Now, the EU should not give Turkey any money, as I would say, again, that since this is an emergency and something should be done, I still hold on to my previous plan that there should be a refugee metropolis somewhere in the world for all the refugees in the world. But as an emergency measure, let's take all this money that the European Union is bribing Turkey with. Let's take it away from Turkey, and let's give it to, for example, let's bribe Hungary or Romania. They must have, they're big countries. There must be some space in Hungary or Romania, and let's build the Crete metropolis with running water and electricity and internet for all the refugees there. It's some big field in Hungary or Romania, and direct all the refugees from Syria and nearby areas there, and Turkey can let them through as much as they want, and after we very, very, very quickly, so that people will stop suffering, put up a refugee metropolis in some big nearby European country. As I said, probably Hungary, Romania, somebody who will take, a fortune that was going to Turkey. We can then, Europe can focus its energy on trying to get all the refugees there safely, and taking the human traffickers out of business, and then we can stop having anything to do with Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and we can concentrate on putting pressure on the United States to stop selling Turkey arms, and starting the procedure to get Turkey out of NATO. So quickly, please, Europe, do something. Stop being a group of wet hens. People are dying, suffering. We're at the moment, we're cow tying, we're bribing and helping a complete asshole of a dictator This is ridiculous. The European Union is not a good idea as it stands. It should not be. It was put up for the billionaire class and for big companies to make more money. It should not have been a financial union. It should not have been a union based on finance and making billionaires richer. It should have been a union of ideal. It should have been a union for us people. And at the moment, it is completely useless. It's a mass of bureaucracy, people not getting anything done, and it causes more pain and trouble and difficulty than anything else. It is highly likely that the British are gonna get out, and hopefully this impossible form of European Union that we have will collapse. Then on the other hand, I mean, you might actually try and make it an idealistic union, a union that actually stands for something and does for something and does something. An idealistic union, not a somewhat political union, but not a financial union at all. At the moment, the EU does not work at all. It's like a poor man's version of the United States, which has never worked at all. The EU is not as violent. The EU is not as aggressive because it can't be. It probably would be. It is working exactly as badly as the United States does. And of course, the new TTIP, the free trade agreement between Europe and the United States. If it's allowed to happen, it is going to be a total disaster. It's going to be blooming cyberpunk with companies suddenly more powerful than countries or people or nations. So we're heading to very dangerous direction if globalization, which just simply was making rich countries and rich people richer, and poor countries and poor people poorer, and an awful idea. Globalization. It was terrible financially, not, for example, internet-wise, but global economy-wise, an awful idea. And that TTIP is going to be a nail in the coffin. We're going to the completely wrong direction, and we're not doing what we should be doing. Now, come on. Please take your reason to your hands and use it like a hammer